everybody, this is Double Player, and here I come with another daily Dota 2 cast. I'm going to be casting another game from the TI4 American qualifiers, as today is the third day, and Team Liquid seems to have been trying to, that they were trying to go for the lineup they used 3 times yesterday. The lineup you've seen in the games I casted yesterday. But now the ban from North American rejects, the Darkseer ban, is going to throw a log in under their legs. And North American rejects choose Io and Morphling as... I'm not sure if Morphling is supposed to go with Io. It could be a possibility, considering that Morphling can also just zoom around the map with his replicate. Brewmaster getting banned, as he's been giving people quite a bit of trouble, since the Aghanims just pretty much gives Brewmaster that chance to use his spells like more than once at a time. But yeah, Keeper of the Light and Mirana have been quite picked quite often in these American qualifiers. As Mirana is pretty much at this point hated by some players due to her ultimate and arrow mostly. As the ultimate pretty much forces you to buy some sentries. Otherwise, you'll just have to. You pretty much have to like, oh, Moonlight Shadow has been cast. Gotta get away, and that's not really a way to fight in this game, really. And Keeper of the Light has gone back up in his popularity thanks to his Aghanim Scepter, although. There wasn't really a possibility to see the Aghanim's full potential since in any of the games that the Aghanims was purchased, it was either when the Keeper of the Light, the team with Keeper of the Light, was heavily winning or heavily losing. So no, not really a chance to show off the Illuminate heal that happens during the day with Aghanims and all that. But yeah, we have the Nyx Assassin band again, which happens to be a band that they did constantly yesterday as well. Which is no wonder, considering Keeper of the Light and Mirana are quite squishy, and they also used an rating pick right now. Not really sure. Were they afraid that he would be picked up? Well, maybe picked as a denial pick? Well, either way, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a support Wraith King, which is why I'm quite surprised he's been picked this early this time.
10 seconds remaining.
And a puck for North American rejects, as the Dream Call is going to give Morphling some time to deal his enormous damage. Well, enormous late game damage, as he needs quite a bit of farm to be able to safely morph into agility and just wail on people with his auto attacks.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Templar Assassin.
A Templar Assassin this time instead of Shadow Fiend to go on mid. I assume they were way too scared of Shadow Fiend being blown up by Morphling's shotgun build or Puck's magic burst. and well, Templar Assassin isn't really uh, that less squishy as well, but the refraction will give her some time to either escape or let the rest of her team to help her need.
Reserve time.
Not to mention it's a good pick against Puck, since Puck doesn't really have any method to swiftly take off Templar Assassin's refraction charges. But yeah, I'm quite curious how well are they going to use Io with Morphling, and something tells me they're going to take something else with Io. Probably not the Enchantress though, but it seems that well, the Enchantress is pretty much obviously going to the jungle unless they want to turn over her usual usage.
5 seconds remaining.
And either way, Enchantress known for her ability to gank on the first level. With a creep from the jungle and her quite potent slow of 20%. Well, it's not one of the most powerful, but still with the help of the creep with either ensnare or stun, it can help get a kill, especially on the on the characters that have it harder to escape, like Keeper of the Light. And well, early game Wraith King isn't really that resourceful as well. Like, okay, he has a stun, but that's a single target stun.
10 seconds remaining. 5
A
seconds.
Timber Saw ban for Team Liquid, as it seems they don't want to deal with the amount of burst damage that he can deal in quite a quick time. Also, they were very close to actually skipping the ban, as they had only 1 second left on reserve time. So they only have 31 seconds left for their last pick.
10 seconds remaining.
And a Clockwork ban.
Team Liquid's turn.
Oh, excuse me, I thought it's 30 seconds, but it's 40
Radiant
it seems.
team pick.
And the next pick. I assume they still want to go for AoE-ish lineup. Well, they with Axe initiating instead of Darkseer, who has been banned, and Illuminate is still over there, as well as Starstorm. And Templar Assassin's Side Blaze can also deal quite a bit of damage to, well, 2 targets, as it well auto attack plus an additional target thanks to Side Blaze.
Reserve
10
time.
seconds left for the last pick for North American Rejects.
5 seconds remaining.
They pick up a Centaur. Maybe I guess Centaur is supposed to be the early mid game partner of Io before Morphling becomes way deadlier in the late game.
Seconds remaining.
So Axe is probably actually going. Yeah, since Bulba picked Axe, he's probably going to go offlane. But okay, Shop, go away. Go for the default key.
Prepare for
NAR immediately heading out of the base. So we have Snaking on Morphling, Fogged on Io, Brax on Centaur, Korak on Puck, and 1437 the full on Enchantress. And Liquid as well, also heads out together. TC on Mirana, Koikfa on Templar Assassin, Pegasus on the Keeper of the Light, Bulba on Axe, and Waitu on Wraith King. Almost said Skeleton King, but I stopped myself. And word was set, and I'm not sure if NAR picked out the Team Liquid, but Team Liquid is still going to.
30 seconds to battle.
Oh no, they were just putting down a sentry ward to hinder Enchantress's jungling. I assume one of the wards was given to. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Wraith King has the other Observer ward.
The battle begins.
So let's see what lineup they are going with. Kara going on him, and this is going to be a dual lane. Morphling and Io mid. 40-37 is not sure what her plan is so far, and Rax going top lane. And Enchantress is actually going to find Pegasus, but well, no, she actually enchants a troll, and there's Pegasus for a couple seconds, but they both just back away from each other. Sanking has already actually received quite a bit of damage due to the side blades. So that's going to be a solo Korok, at least at the moment, against Wraith King and Mirana. So she needs to be careful if Puck is a she, I don't know. Because if Puck gets stunned, Enchantress going in hard, and a Hoofstomp being used as well. Is Bulba going to die? Yes, he's going to die pretty much now. And a first blood going to 48-37. And as I was trying to say, Korok needs to be careful on this bottom lane, because if he gets stunned out in the open by Wraithfire Blast, then Mirana pretty much has a free Sacred Arrow. And Bulba is just going to run around. So in middle we have Templar Assassin, who already bought herself by 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, is it showing me the proper curry? Because I'm kind of confused at the moment. I think there's a bug in my interface, as I don't know who's this 1, 2, 3, 4 supposed to be. But yeah, she already gets a bottle and boots. Bulba needs to be a bit careful so that he doesn't go way too far, as Enchant and Centaur Conqueror and Centaur Warchief are enough stuns, and Centaur Conqueror pokes out but doesn't get out the right way to get the stun off. So get the last hit as I mess up my keybinds. So there isn't that much of a difference on mid. But on bottom, Puck only got 5 lasted so far. Whereas Mirana has 14 already. Oh, a region rune used. Seems like spirits are quite an efficient way to get rid of Koikfa's refraction charges. As long as you hit them,
Is under
or
attack.
hit the Templar assassin with them. Korok might actually be thinking that really. Well, if Korok isn't careful with how he uses his phase shift, he might get stunned and then Sacred Arrow to the face. Bulba trying to farm up whatever he can grab from the lane in the jungle. So the stun flew from Wraith King, but Korok face shifted and pretty much dodged it. Another was seems to have been fired as well, but to no avail. So in terms of items, we don't really see anything unusual as of yet. As Lars is still farming up whatever they whatever early game items they need. And the Chandras actually goes to Radiant Jungle as they figure the worst that have been dropped their own jungle or no more. And Bulbab feels safe enough that he can now go lane without the danger of being enchanted and stunned by his Centaur Conqueror. Templar Assassin is actually quite low on mana, but I think that's going to really bother her. She picks up a haste rune, so her mana issues for now have been taken, and a smoke being used on top. Pegasus and Way 2 are trying to do something to Rax as they get denied due to the Hellbar Smasher and Centaur Conqueror. As it scares the three heroes from Team Liquid away. And there's a level 6 for Mirana, which means that the ever annoying okay, Drinkwall being used on TC as he leaps out, but he doesn't leap far enough to be safe at all, as the Dream Coil, break damage, and Illusory Orb are enough to finish off TC. Quakepa felt in trouble enough to... I'm not sure if it was actually activated through Quakepa's choice or just because 2 minutes passed. Bulba TPing down on bottom with TC coming up on top. And Brax was trying to pull creeps, but they are nowhere to be seen as Pegasus is constantly busy with illuminating the hell out of the Irish jungle. Lito picks up on Invis, and he might actually be able to stun Korok, but there's no real follow-up on this. Although, what's Bulba's level? 8th already, actually. He's thinking of if Waito just walks up on Invis and casts a stun on Puck, Puck won't really have the time to phase shift out that. But after that, what happens? Berserker's Call, and not much really. Unless he spins around enough to call Puck. Tranquil's getting picked up by Keeper of the Light. Don't really see anything usual. Although I have the Minus is going to be flying shortly to Morphling. But yeah, let's talk about the lineups, as Team Liquid's lineup isn't really that geared towards late game, as opposed to the North American rejects, as they have Morphling, who has now picked up his Midas. So he is going to be seen way later in the game. Or, well, his waveform is quite efficient in the early levels, but after that, then he doesn't really have much to show. And a Blink Dagger pickup by Centaur, as he still hasn't finished his. I assume those will be Tranquils. N4037 picks up Haste right under Quakefuzz's nose. From right under.
You have no right.
Bulba tries to catch up on farm. Sees level 8 again. Or rather, still. But yeah, he pretty much needs to go to jungle if he wants to stay in the game. And the lowest level is Way 2, but well, Way 2 doesn't really need his ultimate that much. It's a powerful ultimate, but at the same time, I think Team Liquid won't really be bothered by the lack of it at this point. Keeper of the Light is quite close to his spirit form, although he has been actually maxing out his chakra magic. Mostly because, and a relocate on top of a TC, as I guess it was a replicate, or I'm not sure, but well, Io and Centaur went over there, and oh dear, Quake actually finishes off Io alongside with Bulba. Not to mention, Quake also picked up a hand of Midas, so. Oh, and Centaur War Runner was able to finish off Wraith King, who probably wishes right now that he had this reincarnation, but no such luck. And Miranda ulti was actually used, although I don't know for what reason. But yeah, NAR are actually going to get their first tower. And yeah, it seems that Team Liquid wants to maybe not bet everything on late game, but they want to have an asset during the late game, with which is shown by Quakefat picking up a hand of Midas, and Puck and Axe get their own Blink Daggers. So now Korra can just pop in, silence everyone, Dream Coil them, and run away scot-free with the help of his illusory orb. And also the Blink Dagger pickup on Bulba is quite important, as he will now be able to ignore his lack of mobility and just catch anyone who's way too far away from safety. Oh, I never really noticed that that's actually got the Platinum Baby Rose. Regardless, let's see if there's anything unusual coming up. Really? Though something tells me that the Pegasus is aiming for Aghanim Scepter. He has saved up 600 gold so far. Smoke being used by Liquid, and Bulba and TC are both in the Invis, but I assume it has run out at that point. Like Fab planning to pick up the haste rune. The gold advantage is getting close to 5,000 in the favor of the rejects. Ultimately, they did get 4 kills so far, and a tower. Whereas Liquid has only 1 kill. Templar Assassin. An arrow being used. Probably trying to aim for the Centaur Warrunner replicate. Oh dear, Keeper of the Light barely got away. But NAR got a tower instead. Well, instead they were still going to take the tower regardless of Keeper of the Light's status. And it seems they've used a Dream Coil on them as well. One Light Shadow being used as Bulba tries to get a good blink and call, but NAR is too wise for that sort of tricks, and they actually put down a sentry board. Quickfire, this is the occasion to finish up top tier 1, and Mirana actually is able to deny the dire bottom tier 2 tower. So in terms of towers, NAR actually only have lost 1 so far, whereas Team Liquid has lost 3. And the goal difference, it's actually going a bit down due to the tower destruction. But still, I'm pretty sure NAR is a bit more advantage, and Warpling has a Yasha, which already allows him to be quite a threat. And the blink on Wraith King, who is forced to, who has to use his reincarnation. But Stampede is used to get away from any sort of TP support, and well, I guess it's kind of worth it. I mean, it's 75 seconds versus 260. Also, I kind of missed that pickup. Well, it seems that's going to be a desolator. Excuse me, for Quickpa. IO getting a buckler for Mechans. Was it the Arnon Enchantress that I missed? I'm not sure. Possibly. But yeah, NAR is actually going to push the middle tower a bit, and Team Liquid is aware of that, and they're going to try and not allow NAR to deal any sort of damage to the mid tower. Orag gets away the moment he pretty much the moment he sees Bulba.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The creep wave is going to deal a bit of damage to NAR spawn tier 1, but 2037 is there to push back a call being used on IO Replicate, and I'm pretty sure Bulba knows at this point that it's not a real one, but he still opts to finish it off as he, so as to not give Morphlings any more ability options than he needs. That's I think the melee creep is kind of bugged. Also, stun being used on... I'm pretty sure that's a bug. I'm not sure why a radiant creep is suddenly on dire side, but well. Yeah, smoke is being used. When Bulba catching out for E37. Sacred arrow to the face and cold! And Brax blinking in and okay, I relocate. And Bulba is pretty much dead. Although, will he? No! Calling Blade was actually on its way, but it wouldn't have killed anyone. I think? No, it wouldn't be able to kill, but... And Quakefa finishes off IO. So, Bulba gets killed, so that's an off lane axe for, well, Enchantress and IO. Sure who got the better end of the deal, really. Yeah, Team Liquid doesn't really to can seem to catch a break game, and the gold lead seems to have increased to almost 7,500. Sarge being picked up by a Necro Book by Puck and a BKB for a Templar Assassin, and a Manta is soon to go to Morphling's hands. Yeah, that's a point booster and Keeper of the Light. That's an Aghanim Scepter incoming. But yeah, the Necrobook seems to seems to seal the idea to just push outpush the Team Liquid's lineup. Keeper of the Light, Spirit Forming and TPing here Bulba next to his side. And Bulba is going to... I guess he was trying to find tracks, but he was able to just walk into the trees and not really care about the shenanigans. But NAR finally pushes down the middle tier 1. And Farag seems to like this seemed to have been an attempt to dream coil multiple members of Team Liquid, but he opts. He notices that he could only catch TC, and he opts not to go for that, as TC could just turn around, leap away, and be out of range. Or well, the follow-up would just be so delayed. Wouldn't be any point to that. So that last hit is 160 for Morphling, 150 for Templar Assassin. So that's not that big of a difference, but there isn't even that much of a difference in terms of net worth as well. But the problem is, and it's a second level Necro Book for Puck. It's way easier, or a Morphling can use the gold. He gets way better as opposed to Templar Assassin. Which is not to say that Templar Assassin can't really carry the team, but I don't think she can do it against a Morphling who can just decide, okay, I don't need any of my strength. Time to go agility and deal crazy amounts of damage. And Koikfa slowly getting closer to second Mithril Hammer, and Pegasus calling over Bulba, who blinks in and catches both Morphling and Io, and Io actually No, Morphling got hit by the arrow, but they can't kill them off quick enough, and is TC actually going to die? No, seems done, and Pegasus has to go away. Oh! TC actually falls to Dream Coil and Double Edge. So ultimately, quite a bit was used in an attempt to kill either Morphling or Io, but Team Liquid fails to do so, which is quite unfortunate for them, as they need to get some kills, they need to get some money in their pockets. At least, for example, for Keeper of the Light to... Well, they do get the Roshan, as NAR was quite off balance, so to speak, to be able to do anything about that. Oh, and that's a BKB pickup for Templar Assassin, although something tells me I actually talked about that earlier. And third level Necronomicon, and that's the Desolator for Templar Assassin. But yeah, there's only one tower outside of the Dire base's walls standing, and it's going to fall pretty much now. So there aren't any. So there are only tier 3s as Koikfa finishes off the bottom tier 1. But yeah, the gold lead has broken through the 10k mark. Experience-wise, not so much, but still, I don't think NAR really needs that much more experience. And Ethereal Blade on Morphling. So here comes the shotgun. A very mean shotgun, might I add. But Koikfa has also been able to increase his damage dealing capabilities with the Desolator. But it depends on Team Liquid's plays if they are going to be able to come back. Or I'm not saying it's a loss for them if they make imperfect plays, but it's not going to be a walk in the park for them to just fight through the aforementioned 10k gold advantage, which is actually getting closer to 12,000 at this point. I haven't really noticed. Well, I did see Way 2 had a chainmail, so I could only assume it was supposed to be was going to be built into a blade mail. Korek and Brax, Drinkwell being used on Bulba, and sneaking Relic Case with Fogged, and they finish off Axe, pretty much free of charge. Well, Drink Oil was used as well as Relic Case, so maybe not that free of charge, but again, that's another pickup that Liquid cannot really afford to just let them take. Ethereal Blade being used on Way 2, and he gets hit with Adaptive Strike, but Way 2 doesn't fall. Well, he wouldn't really fall as he still has Reincarnation, which is finally on level 2. Speaking of levels, well, there's no one getting close to any sort of crucial levels at the moment. And let's look at net worth. Morphling getting further on ahead, 70,000 above, which is almost a 3,000 gold advantage over Koikfa. And a Maelstrom pickup for TC. Is he's going to be the he's going to deal some physical damage on the side, but right now Maelstrom isn't going to do that much against NAR's lineup. And we were talking about Centaur, who can also just stampede around, stomp around, and double edge. Oh, and that's a gem actually picked up, both by 4037. Actually, is 2400 gold. Not sure what he's getting up to. But now, Pegasus is in this permanent spirit form. And now I assume Team Liquid is pretty much waiting for day. So Pegasus can... Well, Pegasus can constantly just now spam Illuminate over and over again. But during the day, Illuminate will be able also to heal for 75% of its damage. So pretty much the same. And IO is going. This IO replicant is going to be heavily focused, but again, even if it takes, well, it didn't take that much time with Quake Fuss damage, and it also. Oh, that was quite heavy lag. Whoop. But it at least denied Snake King's mobility option for now, at least, with more than 40 seconds left on the replicate. In the Aegis, Team Liquid didn't really use this Aegis pickup, in my opinion, honestly. Oh, and the Blade Mail picked up as well an axe. Although, I think I actually looked at it and then probably forgot about it. But either way, Cloak being picked up, which is probably going to be built up into pipes, so as to counter the... Maybe not the crazy big amounts, but still some amount of magic damage. Yeah, NAR is just pretty much looking for a way to get into some member of Team Liquid and finish him off before they think of getting into the high ground. And and then Aghanim's pick up by Enchantress. Oh, I never really noticed she got herself a hand of Midas. And stun being used on a replicate, I assume. Guessing it was an IO replicate again. Oh, and is that going to be a Scuddy or Morphling? Moonlight Shadow being cast as a Team Liquid is trying to finally get some kills of their own. And Bulba blinks in but doesn't get the call, and Team Liquid pretty much melts. TC already falling as well as Bulba, and Way2 using his reincarnation, but he's pretty much going to fall as well. For 37 just catching up as he was hit for a little bit by Koikfa, but yeah, I don't. Now I really don't see Team Liquid any way for Team Liquid to pick up from this, as the gold advantage is getting closer and closer to 20,000. I mean, let's look at that work. That's 4,000 gold advantage. Well, I'm only talking about the Morphling over the Koikfa. And Koikfa tries to go in, uses a BKB, but doesn't achieve anything. So that's a 10-second BKB charge just wasted pretty much. And Morphling picks up his Scuddy, so he's now, I'm not going to say unkillable, but he's going to be quite hard to finish off. And Early K being used, so Morphling can just heal up by himself on Ogre Club, as I assume he's going to be soon picking up a BKB for himself. And there, the Real K location has actually been found, and Sinking gets called and promptly blown up by the shotgun. And was it? Did Fog get himself axe actually? No, who was it? Sorry. No, it was Pup. I only just looked at the shiny blue color right side of my screen. Shows how much I can get, how much information I can gather from the screen at once.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Shotgun being used on TC alongside with Waveform, and that pretty much takes the TC out of the game. I mean, yeah, and Templar Assassin gets killed up as well, and a GG called by Team Liquid.
Dire's middle barracks.
Yeah, the moment NAR just got into the game, Team Liquid couldn't bounce back at all, with numerous attempts at getting back some kills for themselves, but all of them thwarted by either a relocate or just just blinks on their own. Well, you can't really catch a puck with the axe unless you force a face shot out of him. But yeah, either way, this has been Double Player. Thank you for tuning in. Signing off.